Can you hear me? Can you hear me on there? Am I working? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Cool. Alrighty, everybody, welcome to FlowRider, Utah, here in Ogden, Utah, for stop number 2 of the U.S. Flow Tour 2023 edition. We're thankful for everybody coming out here today. We are going to be doing our first day of competition here. We're going to be starting off with our youth bodybuilders. So, Zach, Nick, and Josiah, you guys can go ahead, come on over. We'll get your guys' jerseys over here in just a second. So guys, if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and get that Stacked app downloaded. That's going to have your schedule for the whole entire day for today and the upcoming schedule for tomorrow. So if you haven't gotten that Stacked app already, go ahead and check that out right there. If you guys haven't already either, check in with Josh if you have any questions on anything that's going on with the event. Josh is going to be back there behind the judges table. He'll be able to answer any questions you guys have for the event here. Anything else you got for me? All right, it looks like we're good to go. So we got our first 3 competitors over here. Let's go ahead, line up over here on the left side of the way for me. Then we're gonna have our youth flowboarders that are gonna be going up next. So youth flowboarders, be ready to go after these guys. So we're gonna go ahead and gonna start off. Zach, we're gonna have you be in that white jersey right there. Zach with the white jersey. Nick, we're gonna have you in like the teal jersey right there. And Josiah's gonna be in that blue jersey, that dark purple, dark purple, dark purple, dark purple. There we go, that one right there. Awesome. So those are gonna be our first 3 competitors of the day. Hope you guys are having fun out there. Appreciate you guys gonna be joining us here on the live stream. Make sure to go ahead and hashtag FlowRider, hashtag US Flow Tour. Hit us up on social, share it out to your friends, let everybody know that we're out here and we're having a great old time out here in Utah. They're smaller jerseys. Yeah, there's like an extra small in there or something. Same color though. Yeah, different color. Yeah, so there's all the jersey sizes are right on there, yeah. So there should be, if the small is the smallest one, is that what it is? Yeah, so that's probably the smallest one then. So here, if anything, what I would do, try to go like this. Yeah, we're gonna tie it. How about that? Oh, you can do that too. That'll work. Whichever comfortable for you. Not for you, man. Oh, yeah. Hey guys, everybody's gonna get 30 seconds, okay? So just make sure you try to watch the timer up there, and then somebody will try to wave you off if the time is up, okay? All right. Looks like we are ready to go, and wave is on, and we are ready here at the good old US Flow Tour in Ogden, Utah. Each of our competitors are going to get 30 seconds. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Each of our riders will go and get 1 run at a time and have 30 seconds per ride in our amateur divisions. Our pro divisions will get 40 seconds per run. Time again will start when the person gets onto the wave. Each amateur competitor gets 3 runs. Our pros are going to have a different schedule. They're going to get 2 runs, and then they're going to have a best trick for all of our flowboarders out there so that they can go ahead and do a couple extra. But yeah, these guys are going to go ahead and get, oh look, hey, you got the pro format on there. So yeah, top 2 scores for each run going to be counted towards their score. And then they're going to get one best trick score that's going to be out of their top 3 best tricks. Looks like these guys are getting their legs warmed up. We'll be able to go and get their run scores here pretty quick. All right, guys, we're all set. So first up in that white jersey is going to be Zach. Zach, whenever you're ready, go ahead. You can start your first run. And the time will start right as they enter the wave. They have 30 seconds to do as much tricks and as much things that they can do as possible to get their scores. Best 2 out of 3 scores will go ahead and get them their points. Starts off with a nice little somersault entry. Riding in that double knee. Both legs down onto the wave. Just coming a little bit unglued. About 15 seconds left on his run. Nice little 720 there. 5 seconds left in his run. 2 and 1. Solid first run there for Zach. Not to be outdone, his brother Nick is going to be going up next. Tabulating the scores right now. And 30 seconds are on the clock. Nick is on in the wave. Starts it off doing a nice little stand-up on the bodyboard. Pulls it around to the yo-yo. Switching up into a yo-yo Superman combo, throwing that board up front, then does a nice little roll here. Halfway through his run, gives us a nice little 360 in the double knee stance, pulls it into his 720. Another nice little 360 air in there, all the way across the wave, and 1, and that'll be time. Solid first run there for Nick. All right, thumbs up. Josiah coming on in the wave. Oh, a nice little pop ollie there from Josiah. Down into the prone position. Goes it back up into the double knee stance. Showing a lot of control of that board. Less than 10. Let's see what he's going to go and finish off this first run with. He pulls it up into the drop knee, pulls it up into that stand-up. Oh, and just right at the end of time, 20 nice balls. Solid first run there for Josiah. All right, time for run number 2. Zach back up in the wave. Starting it off again with a nice little, and he pops it up and does another standing front flip on there. Nice little barrel roll, pops it up into the double knee stance. Nice double C 360. Guys go opposite side 360 there with 5 seconds left. Just catching a tail edge there with 2 and 1. That'll be time for Zach's first run. And back up to the top, we got Nick going in. Sides go with a little front flip entry. Pops it right up into the double knee stance. Nice little combo 360s there. Decides to go Indian style. Little crisscross applesauce. Just couldn't quite get the connection, getting the board back out in front of him. He's got about 5 seconds left. Let's see how he can finish out his second run. Decides to go with a nice little stand up there to finish it off. And not to be outdone, Josiah going in for his second run. Starts it out right on the double knees, goes a little pop ollie there. Showing some nice, smooth control, throwing a little water out in the front of the way, making sure he doesn't get the judges wet because he knows they don't like that. Goes with another little bunny hop little section right there. Got about 7 seconds left. Decides, hey, I'm going to go and try this part of the way. 3, 2, and 1, and that'll be time for Josiah's second run. All right, third and final run time. Zach is up on the wave. Goes with a nice little somersault entry there. Goes for another one, little twerk out there. 15 seconds left on his run. Goes for another little roll there. Got about 10 seconds left in your run. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That'll be Zach's third and final run. Solid third run there for Zach. All right, third and final run time for Nick. Oh, starting it off with a nice little shovey to the right down the front. Back up into the double knee stance. Oh, just can't quite keep it in the wave. Still got about 10 seconds left on his third and final run. Goes for the little spin action into it. Goes with another little pop shove it. 2 and 1. That'll be time on Nick's third and final run. All right, back up to the top. Josiah going in on his third and final run. Nice little bunny hop sequence there. Little out for a little bit of a roll on there. Right there, trying to go and spin that part around, just catching the edge with 10 seconds left. And that'll be time. All right, guys, that'll be the end of our youth bodyboarding division. Let's give it up for those youth bodyboarders. Next up, our youth flowboarders. Youth flowboarders, you guys are next. So we got Zach and Nick again. And in the third spot is going to be Crosby. So Crosby, you will be in that blue jersey. That's pretty cool. That way? Where am I going? Oh, you took that one. Okay. You're the blue jersey. Yeah. All right. Well, we just got done with our first division of our 2023 U.S. Flow Tour here at Ogden, Utah. Those youth bodyboarders, they got a lot of spunk. I'll say that, because I wouldn't be standing up on my bodyboard. No. But hey, these guys, they're young, they're spry, and they got a lot of heart, and I enjoy it. So we got our youth flowboarders coming up next, youth flowboarders. So a couple of these guys you just saw in the youth bodyboarding, and we also got another person who might be a brother of the person who was in the youth bodyboarding division. So it's gonna be fun. Guys want to take a practice run? Take one practice run, okay? All right. Yeah, so it's going to be the same order as the last time, guys. So Zach's going to be first, Nick will be second, then Crosby, you'll be third, okay? All right, so practice is done. We are into our runs here, first run of our youth snowboard final. Zach just can't quite keep that heel edge there on that board. Popping it off with still like 20 seconds left on the clock. He's still got a lot of time to hop back in on the wave. Oh, just cannot quite keep the board nice and straight there. And that'll be time for Zach on his first run. Hey, settle down there. All right, his brother Nick popping in now. Starting off in the middle of the wave. Oh, just can't quite keep that back edge. Plenty of time to get onto the wave. He's going to slide on down. Oh, no, he's going to try for going from the top. Oh, just a little bit too far forward on that. Still got about 10 seconds left. And that'll be time for Nick on his first run. All right, Crosby coming on in for his first run of this youth flowboard final. Showing some nice smooth carbs there. Oh, goes for a 360, just can't quite keep that heel edge. Plenty of time to get back on in the wave. Got about 10 seconds left. Hops onto that board. Going for that 360, pulls it around right at the end of time. Way to go, Crosby. That'll put us right up back to the top of the order. Zach going to be first going on in. Once the judges give a thumbs up, you are ready to go. All right, Zach coming on in. Showing some nice control over that board, keeping that board nice and straight. A couple little check turns in there, making sure that he can keep his balance nice and smooth. Oh, just gets a little squirrely there, about 10 seconds left on his run. Let's see if he's going to be able to pop on back in. 3, 2, oh, goes for the acid drop entry. Just cannot quite connect. All right, not to be outdone, his brother Nick. Nick gets a thumbs up, and he's ready to go. Dropping on in from the middle of the wave. Oh, goes for that front side, just cannot quite keep that board off in front of him. He's going to try to do a little surf style to get back on it, just cannot quite get his body back up on the board. Still got about 10 seconds left in this run. Oh, goes for the acid drop entry just like his brother. Just cannot quite keep it there. And that'll be time there for Nick's second run. And back over to the right side of the wave, we got Crosby coming in. Crosby showing some nice control on that heel side, going from one side of the wave all the way to the other, all under control, keeping it nice and smooth. Again, these youth division riders, they're going to be the future of the sport. So we got to start them off young and get them going. Oh, just cannot quite keep that heel edge. Got about 7 seconds left to go. Try to pop on in from the top right away. And there we go. And that'll be time for Crosby on his second run. All right, junior bodyboarders, you are going to be next. So that'll be Zach, Nick, Bradley Weeks. Afterwards, we still got one more run in this one, guys. And then Zach's going to be the other one. So one more run still here in our youth snowboarding. Give it a little bit of a Statue of Liberty there. Still got 20 seconds left in his run. Oh, just cannot quite keep that weight back a little bit enough. It's still on the wave. Mm-hmm. It's right here. Hey, it's right here. Doing a little ghost ride the whip. All right. Nick going up for his third and final run here in this youth slowboard division. And just a reminder, this is only day one. Oh, there we go, flopping around in the switch. Just coming unglued though. Day two is where all the money's gonna be at. Those pros, they're gonna be taking all their practice they can get to get into day number 2. And that's where all the big money's gonna go down. Oh, just cannot quite keep that in. All right, third and final run time for Crosby. All right, Crosby popping on in from that right side. Nice little control, heel side, toe side carve. And nice and even on the wave. Oh, showing some nice, smooth control, carves in there. Got about 5 seconds left. See what he's going to do to try to finish out this run. Goes for the shove it. Just cannot quite land on top. But let's give it up for Crosby on his third and final run. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. There we go, guys. That's our youth flowboarding division. See those guys? Some of them might not ride too much, but hey, we're glad that they're getting out here and then showing up to try to get as many of those skills down as they can while they're out here on tour. Well, next we're going to be going into our junior bodyboarding finals. So junior bodyboarding is going to be next. So we'll get back to you guys soon here when those junior bodyboarders are coming up. Teal jersey. Yeah, next one. I need you in a black one. Yeah, take a black. You're gonna be in the black jersey. I like the dark blue. All right, everybody has gotten their one practice run, and it looks like we are ready to go. So first up is going to be Zach Porter. Zach Porter, your first go. Just wait. I need you guys to switch jersey. Sorry. The two brothers, I need to switch jersey. Sorry. I need you and your brother to switch jersey. My bad. Semantics. We got to make sure everything's right around here. We gotta change jersey, guys. Don't worry. All right, now we should be set to go. So Zach's popping on in right into his double knee stance, goes for that nice little cartwheel entry. Sets it up with a nice little double knee 360. Combos that up with another. Pulls it up into the Indian style. Little crisscross applesauce. Shifts that around. Goes for a 360 with less than 5 to go. 2 and 1. Solid first run there for Zach. Keeping it clean on the wave. That's the way to go and impress the judges. All right, so next up is Nick. Nick will be next. Yep. And after Nick, we got Bradley and then Zach. All right, Nick popping it in right into the double knee stance. Shoots it up with a nice little stand-up somersault. Throws it around with a couple yo-yo combinations. Goes with a nice little barrel roll there, right up into a double knee stance. Pops it up with a little bit of a motivated drop knee. Just can't quite connect and keep it on the board. It's got about 5 seconds left in its run. 3, 2, and 1. That'll be time for Nick on his first run. Again, guys, we appreciate you coming on out and watching us here at the U.S. Flow Tour here in Ogden, Utah. All right. Next up, Bradley Weeks. Bradley coming to us all the way from Palm Springs, Florida. Nice little combination roll, spin up to the double knee, drops it back down into the prone, goes with a nice little prone hubcap combo. Riding up into the double knee stance, goes for the nice little opposite side double knee roll, About 5 seconds left on his run. 2, 1 with a nice little prone combo, spins it up into the double knee stance. Solid first run there for Bradley Weeks. All right, and our last and final rider getting their first run of this junior bodyboard final, Zach Nolan. Zach starting us off, goes right up into the drop knee stance, goes with a nice little drop knee 360. Another nice little 360 there. Halfway through his run, pops it into the double knee. Goes with an opposite side double knee roll. Ends up a little backwards, goes right up into the drop knee stance. 3, 2, and 1. That'll be time there for Zach Nolan on his first run. All right, back up to the top of the wave. Zach Porter starting us out of that double knee stance. Nice little 360, goes with another 360 in the middle of the wave. Puts that one foot up, pulls it around into the little Indian style, shoots it out right into the double knee. Goes with a double knee somersault. Less than 10 to go. Goes with a little air roll. 3, goes and combos it up, goes 1080. Just coming unglued right at the end. Spin it to win it for Zach Porter. Right, Nick Porter popping on in, double knee stance, pulls it up into the stand-up back of the board, showing some control, and then falls off right down into the prone division. Combos it up, going for a 720, just catching that front side edge. He's got about 10 seconds left to go and finish off his second run here. Goes for that front flip entry, pops it right into a yo-yo. Goes for the yo-yo Superman and catches it right at the end of his run. Again, guys, if you are watching on the FlowRider page, give us a go. Hashtag FlowRider, hashtag US Flow Tour. Send it out, share it to your friends. Let them know that you're watching the app. Let us know that you're watching the stream. We want to hear from you. Because right now, Bradley Weeks is up on the wave. Bradley going right into a nice little spin roll combo. Pulls it right up into a double knee roll, into another one. Solid combination to start out his second run here. Popping it down into the prone. Nice prone 360 roll hubcap, spin roll spin. About 5 seconds left in his second run. Goes with another spin roll, double knee roll combo. And that'll be time. All right, Zach Nolan coming on in for his second run. Goes with a nice little barrel roll right up to the double knee stance. 360 drop or double knee roll right up into the drop knee stance. Goes with a little drop knee 360. Just couldn't quite get back up onto the board. Just less than 10 seconds to go. Goes with a nice assisted prone 360. Pops it up into the drop knee stance with 2 and 1. That'll be time for Zach Nolan on his second run. Right, Zach going with a little Indian style 360. Pops that board back on front of him, right on top of it. All right, that'll be time for Zach's one. And then, guys, if we have our junior flowboarders, you are going to be next. So, junior flowboarders, if you are here, go ahead and check on in over by the jerseys. You will be going up next. Right now, we got Nick up on the wave. Goes with a nice little air roll combo there. Oh, just going for that little stand-up game, just can't quite connect. Got less than 10 to go. Gets up on that board. Oh, but just cannot quite keep it underneath him. Solid third run there for Nick. Next guy here, he's no stranger to the Flow Tour. Bradley Weeks. We saw him down at the Grove. We saw him down at Solara with a game of Flow. Starting us off with a nice little double knee combo. Just goes off of the edge of the wave. You would think with 3 jets, we wouldn't run out of room. Bradley still got about 10 seconds left to go. Goes with a nice little spin, roll, up onto the double knee combo, tries to go back to prone, but just cannot quite connect. Still a solid third run there for Bradley Weeks. All right, and it's third and final run time. Zach Nolan pops it on up into the double knee stance. Oh, goes for the double knee to prone, keeps it on the wave. Getting some nice amplitude on that roll combo. Oh, goes for the rodeo. Just can't quite keep the board underneath him. Keeps it on the wave, though, so it's not as big of a falter. For the drop knee stance, we got 3, 2, goes for the shove it and lands it. And that'll be time for Zach on his third and final run. I want to get the names out really quick for the next one. Finalist, we got Dawson. We got Colin. Easton. You'll be in those points. Okay, so am I going? Pick that same color that you were in that. Yeah, and your name on the Rogan? Yeah. Are we here? Can you see me? Yeah! All right. So there you go, guys. We're about halfway done for the day already, almost. We got half of the divisions in. We're on our halfway point right now because we got 8 divisions to go today. We're on heat number 4. This is going to be our junior flowboard division finals. So we got 5 junior flowboarders here. A lot of these guys are locals here. We got, I think, one guy that's going to be coming in from all the way down in Oklahoma City. So he's going to try to go and upset the hometown heroes. But yeah, so we're going to get into the junior flowboard action right about now. And guys, if you are watching the stream out there and you want to go and follow along with all the action that's going on, make sure to go ahead and download that Stacked app. If you haven't already, that's where all the schedule, all the finals, like everything is going to be shown out there for what you need to know, anything US Flow Tour. So go ahead, download that Stacked app. You're going to be able to see everything that's going on, what the schedule is going to be for today, for the rest of the day. And we're going to actually have some stuff already up there for tomorrow. So you'll be able to see some of the heat sheets and everything that you're going to be able to have a little bit of a heads up on all the days coming for tomorrow, day, like on the final day. So please go ahead and check out that Stacked app. Plus, if you're not going and interacting with us on socials, hit us up at FlowRider. We want to go ahead and see what you're doing. Show us. We want to see you guys watching the stream. Tag us at FlowRider. Tag us at Tuesdays with TK. If you're on Twitter, hashtag, hit me up at Pulsator27. Let me know you're watching me. If you can hear my voice well, I want to see some fun comments about the live stream. So make sure you're hitting us up on the socials, and we'd love to see you guys over here at the next stop. Which next stop? We're going to be in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. If you guys haven't heard of it yet, stop number 3 of the US Flow Tour, coming to us all the way from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. First stop on their first time on tour. So we're looking forward to having that one there. Okay, are we missing one? Last and final call. Let's do it. Yeah, I know. So we got to make sure we get everybody right here. Lock it up? No. Got to make sure. I think I might need, because I think they switched Dawson and Zach. So yeah, I think you guys just need to switch early. It's I wear black too. No, you're good at this. Okay, so you're gonna be in. Yeah, so switch to black. You guys know who one is then? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're still in the same one. You're fine. So it'll be. You want to just go off of this? So your first. Crew. Have right helmet. You're the second. So Max first, then you're that rep, okay? Right here. All right, now that we got that all settled, Zach Nolan starting us off here. Goes with a nice little ollie up there. Goes into a nice little backside 360. Nice little 1/8 shove it down in the flats. Nice little heel side carve there. Shows a little backside carve there as well. And that'll be time for Zach Nolan's first run. All right, Crew Hogan coming up next. One of the lifeguards here over at FlowRider of Utah. Goes with a nice little backside 360, combos it up into a 720. Throwing some nice smooth carves up on the top of the wave. Riding all the way up on that toe side edge. Got about 5 seconds left. Goes with another backside 3, but just catching that back edge. And that'll be time for Crew's first run. All right, next up, Easton Martin. Throwing a nice little backside hacker all the way down the wave. Nice backside 360, comboing into a 720. Goes right into a shove it. About the halfway point of the wave, going nice little 360 up at the top of the wave to another shove it down by the flats. Goes with a nice little ollie into another backside 360. Oh, goes for one more shove it, just can't quite connect. That'll be right at the end of the time for Easton's first run. Solid start for that first run there. Next up, we got Dawson. Dawson's our only goopy footer of the wave here. Going out with a nice little heel side carve. Comboing 360 all the way to the other side of the wave. Showing some nice smooth control. Nice little fast plant right up in the middle of the wave. Pops it around with a nice little fast plant shove it combo. Nice little ollie with 5 seconds left. Shove it down in the flats. Go for the 3 shove. Just can't quite stick it, but goes right up on the top of the wave. Solid first run there for Easton. These junior flowboarders, these guys are going to be really good back in the day. I know I wouldn't have had a shot against them because Zach's up on the wave. Goes right for the 360 shove it. Nice little fast plant there. Backside 360 coming across the wave. Going for a little heel side carve. Nice little backside toe star. One little 360 right at the end of time, and that'll be time for Zach Nolan on his second run. These guys are definitely putting on the pressure. They know that every run's got to be clean and got to be mean. All right, back up. We got Crew. Starting us off with a nice little clean set of carves. With a nice little back rail carve there. Keeping it nice and controlled. Nice, solid 360. And that'll be time for Crew on his second run. Keeping that nice, solid wave there. All right, back up, Easton. Nice little 360, spraying that water out on that left side. 360 all the way to the top of the wave. Oh, nice little shove it. Just getting a little squirrely on the landing. There we go. That's a nice little shove it there for Easton. 3, 2, 1, 360, shove it right on time. Solid way to end the run there for Easton. These guys are putting all the pressure on these guys. This is a pretty close heat, and I am not envying the judges for this one. Last but not least, Dawson's going to be finishing out our second runs. Dawson has to drop it in from the top, throwing a nice heavy heel side carve down to the flats. Goes up, nice little fast plant combo up in the corner, right to a 360, nice into an ollie. Huge backside 360 all the way in the corner pocket. Goes with another fast plant. Got about 5 seconds left on his run. Goes for the shove it right in the middle of the wave. 2, 1, just cannot quite connect on that 3 shove right at the end of his run. So unfortunately, he threw the trick right before the end, so that is going to probably be a little bit of a deduction. Still a solid run there. We're going right into our third and final runs here. Zach Nolan starts it out with a 360 shove it. Oh, goes for the kick flip, just cannot quite connect it. Actually does a little shin slap right onto his front leg. He's going to try to get back in with just less than 10 seconds. He's probably going to go for that kick flip again. Oh, just cannot quite get the flick, but that'll be time for Zach Nolan on his third and final run. All right, third and final run time. Drew Hogan. Drew using all sorts of the wave there, going from one side all the way to the other, using every inch of this 3-jet FlowRider. Halfway through the run, goes a nice little 720 combo. Drew setting it up. Looks like he's going to go. Oh, goes for the shove it. Just cannot quite connect. And that'll be time for Crew on his third run. Back on the wave, Easton Martin. Easton going all the way to the top of the wave. Nice little backside toe carve. Nice little backside 360 going all the way from one side of the wave to the other. Nice 180 shove it. Got about 10 seconds left in his run. Keeping it nice and composed. Goes right in. Oh, trying for the 360 into a shove it combo. Just cannot quite connect. Still solid riding there from Easton. We are down to the last and final rider here in our junior flowboard division, Dawson Taylor. Looks like he's going with a nice little grind entry. Just cannot quite get that grind there. Oh, just coming unglued from the ward. Fortunately, these falters, they are going to be a major falter, and they are going to put a damper in those scores. Goes with a nice fast plant combo there. Goes with another fast plant 180, putting it into his switch stance. Pops it back around to a 360 with 2, 1. Goes for the 3 shove right at the end of time. Just cannot quite connect. So that'll be the end of our junior flowboard final. You guys are going to be up next. You guys want to take a practice real quick, and then I'll get your jersey for you, okay? And there we go, guys. That was our junior flowboard division. These guys pulled out a lot of stops there. Like Zach throwing that kick flip in there, super risky. But if he would have landed it, it probably would have paid off for him in the end. So these guys know that they got to go and throw all the tricks that they can and be able to try to throw them super, super clean and stay on the wave. So it's a big decision on their part on what they want to do when it comes into it. But next up, we got our women's bodyboarders coming up next. So they'll be coming at you here pretty soon, right after they get their practice runs. Again, guys, our heat format for all of our amateur riders, each rider is going to have 3 runs, 30 seconds of run for each piece. And the best 2 out of 3 scorers will go ahead and get those heats. Yeah, top 2 scorers count towards the heat results. Yeah, that's about it. That's right. Yeah. Another one on the Maya, you're going to start us off whenever you're ready. Thumbs up from the judges, and Maya decides, hey, we're going to backflip into this wave. Showing a lot of athletic skill there. Definitely something that Robert Bolts has never done. Maya setting up in that double knee position. Goes and does a nice little double knee, double somersault. 10 seconds left, goes with a nice little barrel roll. Less than 5. And she's going to go ahead and try to stand up on that board. Right on off to the side of the wave, right at the end of time. Solid first run there for Maya. All right, next up on the way, we got AJ. AJ's coming in right in onto the double knee stance. Goes with a nice little somersault there. Pops it back up into the double knee. Some nice little carves back and forth there. Settle it down right up on the top with a nice little double knee 360. Got about 10 seconds left in her run. Goes with another double knee 360. Combos it up to the other side, showing control both sides. And goes with a nice little barrel roll right at the end of the wave. So keeping it nice and clean, nice and solid scores there for AJ. All right, last but not least, Katie coming in. Katie starting us off with a throne, going with a nice little yo-yo. Throwing that board out there, letting the wave bring it right back. What we call it, yo-yo. She goes with a nice little somersault there, going into a barrel roll. 10 seconds left in her first run. Let's see what Katie's going to go and throw for us. Goes with a nice little solid double knee 360. And with 3, 2, oh, just coming unglued right at the end of her run. Solid first run there for Katie. And that'll bring us to the top of the wave. Maya. Maya going with a nice little somersault there. Pops it up into the double knee. Goes with a nice 360 into a barrel roll, comboing it up, putting those two tricks right together. Got about 5 seconds left on her run. Goes and pulls it up into the stand-up game right at the end of her run. Don't really know how the judges are going to score that, but, you know, it's fun. Looks cool. Something, again, I would never do, because my bodyboard would break. But next up, we got AJ back up on the wave. Goes in a nice little bunny hop right into a front somersault. Another front somersault there for AJ. Going into a barrel roll. Goes the opposite side barrel roll. One thing to note, if you can show the judges that you can do tricks both different ways, you're going to have a lot more control score there. Just like that, throwing 360s from one side to the other. Just like that, again, comboing it up. On top of the board until the end of their run. That's a solid way to get the scores done there for AJ. All right, Katie back up for her second run. Pops it straight up into the double knee stance. Goes for her front somersault. Right back up into the double knee. Katie going for that 360. Oh, just getting washed out the back, but she's still got about 15 seconds left on her run. Let's see what she can do to get her scores back up there. Goes with a nice little barrel roll. Less than 5, puts it into the Indian style, 2-1, and that'll be time for Katie. All right, back up to the top of the order, Maya. She's got an interesting grab. Goes with a little board shove-in, board burial, right back onto the top of the board. Pulls it down into the prone position. Goes for an assisted prone 360 all the way to the top of the wave. Keeping it nice and clean. Goes over with a nice little somersault there. With 5 seconds left, let's see how she's going to finish out her run. 2, 1, keeping it nice and solid, nice and clean. That's the way to roll here on the Flow Tour. Solid third run there for Maya. Right, AJ up for her third and final run. Nice little drop or double knee 360. Got about 10 seconds left. Goes to that opposite side 360. Keeping it nice and solid. Oh, going nice little fake out 180 back to the regular side right at the end of time. Solid runs there for AJ. And after our women's bodyboarding, we're going to have our women's snowboarders. So women's snowboarders, you guys are up next. Sorry, after our women's bodyboarders, we're going to have our men's bodyboarders. Men's bodyboarders, you will be up next. All right, Katie's got about 10 seconds left in her third run. Going into the drop knee stance. And that'll be time for Katie on her third and final run. Let's give it up for Katie. Solid riding there from our women's bodyboard division. We're going to have the women's bodyboarders here join us. So, guys, I know you're all locals here in Utah, right?
Yeah.
You guys ride together a lot, right?
Yeah.
So, what do we feel about having the Flow Tour here at your guys' home, like, weigh-in? Who wants to go first?
I think it's so cool and it's a good opportunity to like see other riders and get like inspiration for stuff you want to learn and get better at. Super fun to compete with all of my coworkers. Yeah, it's just super fun and it inspires me to keep working so next year I can be even better. And like they push me and it's super fun.
I love it. That's the way that I used to do it because I used to live with my roommate. Me and him would ride together and we'd be going out there and be like, you do that, you do that, you do that. Like, what's like one thing that you guys want to do in the future that you haven't done yet that you want to get to do?
I'm not really strong in like surfing, so I want to get better at that and actually learn more tricks. I want to compete more.
Like, so you want to go to like some of the other competitions?
Yeah. Yep.
We want to see everybody out at the other competitions.
I also want to get better at surfing. I want to learn how to do stuff and how to do rodeo on the bodyboard.
I like it. That's how we like to roll. So I appreciate you guys coming on out. Appreciate you guys having fun. Push each other more. We want to see more out of the sport. So thank you guys for coming on out. Thank you guys for going ahead. So we're going to get into our men's bodyboarders are going to be coming up next. So we'll see you guys later. Oh, like. Yeah, that way. Okay. Or even? Evan. Okay, perfect. So we'll have you in like the teal jersey over there. Dave, okay. You're in that one. So you're in the lime one. Yep, that one. Yep. Order, do you know? So it's gonna be Evan, Dave, Seth. He's like a fan. Alrighty, looks like we are ready to go. We got our men's open bodyboarding final here. Gonna be starting us off in that green jersey. Evan, whenever you're ready, Evan, come on in. Evan starting us out with a nice spin roll. Just cannot quite get that full roll right up to the drop knee. Goes with a nice opposite side 360, just catching a little bit of the toe edge. Pops it up into the double knee with a roll. Nice little front side 360 there. That's a nice little double knee roll there. Pops it up to the drop knee with 5 seconds left. Just cannot quite get that 720 combo at the end. Solid first run there for Evan. All right, on the way, we got Gabe. Oh, Gabe going for a little 360 up there, just getting popped out the back. Pops it up into the double knee stance. Goes for a huge, I'm going to call it a front flip, because he basically landed right back on his legs. Five seconds left in Evan's first run. Nice little 360 there. And that'll be time for Gabe. All right, next up on the way, we got Jet. Jet starting us off with another huge front flip. He's going all the way around. Goes with an assisted 360. Stays on the wave. Goes with a nice little 360, then opposite side 360 combo right after. Goes with that double knee roll, just cannot quite connect. Just less than 5 seconds. Looks like he's not going to be able to get back into the wave on time. So that'll be Jet's first run here in this open bodyboard final. Last up on the wave is Sandin. Sandin going with another huge front flip. These guys are getting massive air out of the wave. Going with a double knee roll, going for a double roll, going for that aerial attack, going up into the drop knee stance, trying to tweak it out as much as he can. With about 5 seconds left, get a huge knee roll all the way off the wave, and that will be time. My goodness, how did they get that high? Wow. Evan's back in for his second run. Starting us off with a nice little combo of 360 prone spins. Pops it on up into the drop knee stance. Goes with a drop knee 360. Evan going around, keeping it nice and controlled. About 10 seconds left. Pops it on down to the double knee. Gets that back edge blown out from him. 5 seconds left. That does not look like it's going to be the able to get back in. Still a solid second run for Evan. Gabe getting the thumbs up. Gabe going into a 360 prone spin. Going from one side all the way to the other. Goes with a nice little revert. Keeps it in the wave. Gabe up in that double knee stance. Goes with a nice little double knee roll. Spin roll combo. Goes with a nice little front flip. About 5 seconds left. Goes to that little 360 board burial. Popping another one down into the prone. Right at the end of time. Solid second run there for Gabe. All right, 30 seconds back up on the clock. Jet goes directly right in with a somersault entry, basically. Popping it right into the wave, directly into a somersault. Setting up in that double knee stance. Goes with a 360 roll combo for the double knee. Goes for another air combo there for the double knee roll. Pops it up with about 5 seconds left on his run. Goes nice little backward stall, going into another roll, but just cannot quite keep the board on the wave. Still solid second run there for Jet. All right, last up, another huge front flip down in the flats. Literally going from one side to the other. This guy just wants to show all the aerial tricks that he can do. Sandin, couldn't keep the grip on the board, but somehow still kept it on the wave. Go with that 360 spin revert. Butters the board out there to go right back onto it for a double. This guy just does not want to fall, even though he should have about 7 minutes ago. And that'll be time for Sandin on his second run. All right, third and final run time. Evan back up on the board with a nice prone 360. Showing a prone 360 both one direction and the opposite direction. Just getting a little unglued there. Sets it up with a nice little 720 combo there on the prone spins. Pops it up into the double knee. Hits that roll, but just can't quite stick the landing. 5 seconds left. Let's see how he's going to end his run. Goes for another roll combo. Oh, but just cannot quite keep it together. Solid third run there for Evan. These guys know they're going to have to throw out all the stops. It's run 3. It's the last run. We got to go and get all the points that we can get. Go and secure your final positions here in this open bodyboarding final. Going back up with a prone 360 into an opposite side roll there. Definitely a hard combo when your momentum's going one way and you decide to go to the other way. Nice little drop knee or double knee 360 roll combo. Oh, looks like a little alley-oop, little front flip there. Just coming off the edge with 3, 2, and 1. That'll be time for Gabe on his third run. And after our bodyboarding final here in the open division, we will have our women's flowboarders. Women's flowboarders, you will be up next. So if you guys are here, go ahead and get checked in. Looks like Jet's going to go with a nice little backflip entry. Goes with a nice little 360 board burial there. Pops it up into the drop knee stance. Goes with a nice little drop knee 360. About 15 seconds left, going with a nice little handstand. Showed some flair out there for the judges. Goes with a nice double knee roll, but just cannot quite hold on to it with less than 5 to go. Let's see what he's going to do to finish off. Goes with the board flip, finger flip. And that'll be time for Jet on his third run. Oh, last but not least, we got Zandon coming up. Zandon coming in, starting out in that double knee stance, goes with a nice little double knee roll combo. Nice little roll into a somersault, right up into the yo-yo, into a front flip, into an air roll, into another front flip. This guy's just going insane. He decides, hey, we're gonna go and stand up on that bodyboard. We're gonna try to do a 360 shove it, just cannot quite keep it in. And that'll be time for Zandon on his third and final run. So our female flowboarders, you will be up next. Ashley Ladd, Jess Newman, Taylor, Maya, and Katie. You guys will go ahead. If you guys want to go ahead and get a practice run in, you guys go ahead. We're going to get our bodyboarders back over here. We're going to do a little interview with these guys. Come on over, boys. Come on. Join me. Join me by the rope. Try to squeeze in like your brothers, you know? You guys know each other. Evan, get on in here. Come on, Evan. So, all I gotta know is, you guys all ride around here, right? We all work here. You all work here. You all ride here all the time. What inspires you guys to go and do more and more and more tricks out here?
I mean, just being here every day, working, and you know, seeing this every year helps too. We always want to just like get better, maybe even get to that point.
Just a desire to get better at it and learn boogie boarding and have a skill that's cool and it's just fun.
Yeah. Mainly just to push each other, have fun, show them who's boss.
All about creating new tricks and having a good time.
Yeah. So, if you guys work here, you know, like what, you know, a couple days a week at least, every single time. Does Sean ever get under your skin? I mean, I want to ask this guy specifically. You know, that's your dad. You know, like, does he ever get at you? Does he rip you a little bit more than the others?
If you ever have any problems with Sean, you have a serious problem.
Yeah, Sean is the best boss possible.
We call him the Disneyland dad for a reason.
I love working with him. He's great. I'll say this too, you know, out of all the times that I come here, Sean is great. I love seeing Sean. He's always welcoming to me. So, hey, it's like a new family for me too. Appreciate you guys coming on over here. Hope you have a great rest of the day here. We're going to see you guys here coming up soon with the women's flowboarding final coming right at you. And then for everybody out there, just so you guys know, we got still two more divisions left in our day here over here at FlowRider Ogden. We got our women's flowboarders coming up next. And then we got our open flowboard coming up after that. Probably one of the biggest divisions out there, so don't miss that. Our open flowboarders are going to be duking it out for the end of the day here at 2023 Flow Tour stop number 2 here at Ogden, Utah. Hey, they got the jerseys right already. I don't even have to say them. All right. Alrighty, it looks like we are all set. Our women's flowboard final. Just gonna get some last second of judgment here. All right, starting us off, we're gonna go ahead and have Ashley Lab. Ashley Lab coming to us all the way from Florida. We saw Ashley over at the last stop at the Grove on stop number 1 of the U.S. Flow Tour. Ashley coming on out with her sister Stephanie and Troy coming on out all the way from there. We'll see those guys here in a little bit tomorrow. Ashley starting us off with a nice little ollie into a frontside 360. 5 seconds left on the clock. Ashley gonna go for the shove it, sticks it right at the end of her run. Solid start to her run there for Ashley. You can tell she's been putting in practice. She's been working on that trick. All right, next up on the way, we got Jess Newman. Jess coming to us from Boca Raton, Florida. It's gonna be a nice little East Coast, West Coast thing here with a couple of Florida people, a couple of people from right here in Utah. Jess going with that super slow, nice control, backside 360. Goes for that nice little credit card ollie. With about 5 seconds left, gets that front side 360 in, 2, 1, and that'll be time for Jess Newman on her first run. Keeping it nice and clean, nice and solid up here on the water. All right, next up on the way, we got Taylor Agnello. Taylor coming to us from Rapids Water Park in Palm Beach, Florida. We'll be seeing Taylor in the Pro Women's Bodyboarding event coming up tomorrow. We're gonna have some fun doing the show pony into a show pony 360 here up on the wave. Showing some nice control of that. Less than 10 seconds in a run. Goes up to the front, nice little toe tap on the front ledge there. 2, 1, and time. That'll be time for Taylor's first run there. These ladies are keeping it nice and clean, gonna make it so a little bit harder for everybody to go and judge if they just don't fall. Next up, we got Maya, one of our locals here from Utah. Maya starting us out, going all the way to the top of the wave. Getting from one side all the way to the back, goes with a backside rail slide, keeping that board underneath her. Starts us off with a nice, huge 1-8 ollie, going into a backside 360. 5 seconds left on her first run. Showing some nice controlled board slide right there, going all the way back to the timer, and that'll be time for Maya's first run. All right, and last up, Katie Nelson. Katie, another one of our locals here from Utah. These guys get to ride together. They get to work together. They get to enjoy the FlowRider together, which that's basically what we all want, right? Katie going with a nice little backside 360. Keeping that board nice and controlled, nice long, smooth, cutty, snappy carves. 3, 2, and 1. That'll be time for Katie. Everybody going with a nice solid pass on their first run. These ladies do not want to fall and make it easy for the judges. So this is going to be a pretty hectic women's flowboard final, if you ask me. And we're all the way back up to the top of the wave. Ashley Lab. Again, if you guys haven't already known, we're going to be going on stop number 3 of the U.S. Flow Tour, going all the way to North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That'll be our next stop here as Ashley goes into a nice little ollie, trying to poke out a little nose grab right there. Goes with, just getting unglued on that front side 360 with 3, 2, and 1. That'll be Ashley's first run, or second run there. First falter there. She's got another run to try to go and get that scores up. Again, everybody gets the best 2 out of 3 runs in each of these amateur divisions. As Jess Newman goes from all the way to the top on one side of the wave, does another ollie on the other side, showing that she can do it on every portion of this wave. Judges are looking for the execution, style, difficulty, and usage of the wave when it comes to scoring these runs. Just going for a little bit of a backside 180 ollie there. 3, 2, and 1. That'll be Jess Newman's second run there. He goes off of the backside there on the left side. All right, starting us off on the right side there, Taylor. Another one of those riders that we saw all the way at stop 1 of the U.S. Flow Tour in Florida. Taylor keeping it nice and controlled, goes with a nice backside 720. Little bit of a butt check there, but that won't hurt her too much. Less than 5 to go. She goes for the body burial down in the flats. Can she keep it in? There we go. But just couldn't quite keep it in there. It's going to be up to the judges there to figure out if that was a continuation or if she was finishing up her tricks there. Into the wave, we got Maya. Maya going with a nice little ollie there. Goes with a nice little backside 180 ollie. 15 seconds left in the run. Maya coming all the way up to the top. Goes with a fast plant down to the flats. Pulling it right back into the wave, but just cannot quite connect. And 3, 2, and 1. That'll be time for Maya on her second run. These girls are definitely showing a huge, diverse set of tricks over here. Showing all the different places that we can do things right on this wave. As Katie's going in for her second run. Katie just getting washed out on that backside heel carve. Still got about 15 seconds left in her run. Katie has to drop it in, going all the way down to the bottom, pulling it back in. 2, 1, and that'll be time for Katie's second run. In his third and final run time, Ashley Lab. Ashley had a little bit of a falter in her second run, so she knows she's got to clean it up for this run. Nice little ollie start right there. Goes with a little ollie. Got that little nose tap there. Getting those fingers on the nose grab of the board. Got about 10 seconds left. Going with a front side 360. About 5 seconds left. Let's see how she's going to finish her run. Goes with another ollie. And that'll be time for Ashley Lab on her third run. Keeping it clean, that is the name of the game. And Jess Newman coming in for her third and final run. Jess coming to us from the Boca Raton area in Florida. She gets to ride with her 2 sons, Luke and Nate. We'll be seeing those guys in the Pro Flowboard division coming up tomorrow. Jess going with a front side 360, just getting that heel side edge in there. Less than 5. Doesn't look like she's going to be able to make it back in, and that'll be Jess third and final run. All right, third run time for Taylor. Taylor keeping that board nice and controlled. Goes for the 360 into a 720. Just couldn't quite keep it all the way up on the board. Pops it on down for the show pony. Oh, just coming unglued to that 360. Got a little bit less than 5 seconds. Just don't think she'll be able to quite get it in. Goes for a little acid drop entry, but can't quite get it onto the board. All right, Maya coming up for her third and final run. Maya starting us off, going from one side all the way up to the top of the wave. Comes up with a nice little backside 180 ollie. Combos that into a, oh, goes right from a 360 into a shove it. Keeps it on the wave. Goes all the way down to the bottom of the wave. She's going to go with that fast plant exit. Had a little bit of time there. Don't know how the judges are going to score that, but that'll be time there for Maya on her third run. And Katie's popping on in for her last and final run here in this women's flowboard final. Next up, then, open flowboard quarterfinal heat 1. Looks like Gabe, Michael, and Warren are going to be up next. Guys, go ahead and check in. You'll be up next right after we're done here. Katie's showing some nice smooth styles going back and forth here on the wave. Keeping it nice and controlled, using all sorts of the wave. 5 seconds left. She's going to go for a 360. Pulls it around, just cannot quite stay on the board. And that'll be time for Katie on her third and final run. Our open flowboard heat number 1. Open flowboard heat number 1. You guys are up next. Michael and Warren, you guys will be up next. They're fine. We're fine. Are we on the screen? Okay. So guys, I know you just got done doing both bodyboarding and now you're done with your flowboarding one. Are you tired? Like how tiring is it to go from doing a bodyboarding for all 3 runs and then going straight into stand-up?
I think I get more tired because I'm so nervous. I agree.
So, have you guys done one of the competitions before? Or is that your first time? So you've done it before?
Yeah.
So is it better to do it more times now that like the nerves are getting a little bit less for you?
Yeah, I still get nervous every time, but I feel like it's a little bit better, you know what to expect. Yeah.
With the more transition, it's a little bit easier on everything. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you guys. So Jess, come here, Jess. Come here. So Jess, I know you guys were out in Florida at your hometowns, you know, like everything in Florida is your home wave. So coming all the way out to Utah here, is it a little bit different than back home?
Yeah, this is a very different wave. And we actually just came from Massachusetts since we had the opportunity to ride a double up there on Cape Cod. That was brand new. That was
I saw the videos of that one up there, and it looked super,
it's a
super
great
interesting.
wave. Great wave environment. But this makes a lot of fun. It's so big.
I know, because like you guys, you have a 2-jet at home, and then if you go to Solera, they have a 1-jet, and then the Grove, they have another 2-jet. But this thing being a 3-jet is just expansive for most people, right?
It's a lot of fun. You can course back and forth.
Okay, love it. So we got our women's flowboarders done here. We're going to be going into our open flowboarding. Open flowboarding is our last division, our biggest division of the day. And these guys are going to be finishing us out on day number 1 of stop number 2 of the U.S. Flow Tour 2023 Ogden, Utah edition. Coming back. I'm trying to like just that I can take a break. I'm like, today's gonna be the one where I'm And we're off and running. Gabe's up on the wave, goes with a nice little fast plant across the middle of the wake. He's got about 10 seconds left in his first run. Oh, just cannot quite get that back rail slide. And that'll be time for Gabe on his first run. Next up, Michael Fitzpatrick. Michael coming to us all the way from JP, Vermont. Riding up there with Flow Dogs. Shows a nice little snapping cut all the way up there with a nice set of front side 360s. Halfway through his run, Michael popping on down to the bottom. Goes with a little ollie there. Just getting a little room underneath that board. Goes to the fast plant around the back. Pops it back down onto his feet right at the end of time. Solid first run there for Michael. And finishing out this first quarterfinal, Warren Nolan starting us off with a nice ollie there on the left side. Warren comes to us all the way from OPC, where you will see our stop number 4 on the U.S. Flow Tour. They'll be holding our national championships for the U.S. side of the Flow Tour. Goes with a nice little backside 180. Just can't quite keep it up on his feet. 2 and 1. That'll be time for Warren on his first run. All right, we're back up to the top. Gabe hopping on in from that right side corner pocket. Starts out all the way at the top of the wave, going with a nice little backside tail slide. Goes all the way to the front, just sticking the board onto the front nozzle. Still halfway through his run. Acid drops into his board. Still got about 5 seconds left. Goes with a nice little fast plant right in the middle of the wave. 2, 1, and that'll be time for Gabe on his second run. And the judges, they're looking for some falter-free runs. They're looking for that style. They're looking for that difficulty, that amplitude, and the use of all the wave. Something that Michael knows a lot about. He's been a veteran of the sport. Starting us off with a nice little 360 going all the way across one side to the other side. Nice combination 720 front side 360s. Going down right into the middle of the wave. Goes for a little ollie action there. Less than 5. Goes with a fast plant, pulls it around the back, stomps it back down onto the board right as the time expires. So that'll be time for Michael on his second run. And sliding on in. We got Warren Nolan starting it off right away, right into an ollie, into a backside 360, going right into another ollie. Goes for a nice backside 180 ollie there, going from one side all the way to across the way. 5 seconds left. Let's see what Warren's going to do. Pops it up with his fast plant variation, but just cannot quite keep it on the board right at the end of this wave. One thing you got to watch out for, if you're going to go and do those tricks, you got to keep it in all the way to the end of the wave so you can get those points. But the third and final run here going in. Gabe starting us off, going all the way with a nice little nose stall right up to the top of the wave. Pops it on down, going through that nice ollie, spinning it around for a 360 right afterwards. Sticks on the wave. About 10 seconds left in this run. A nice little rail slide going all the way to the other side with a backside 360. Goes for the shove it, but just cannot quite get the board. And that'll be time for Gabe's third and final run. And Michael Fitzpatrick coming back in. Another solid frontside 360. And this is just quarterfinal number 1 of 4. We're going to be doing all of our open flow orders here tonight. Michael's got about 5 seconds left in his last run. And he's just going to ride it out, keep it nice and clean, no falters. And that'll finish off Michael's third and final run there. All right, last but not least, Warren Nolan starting off again right with a nice little ollie. Straight into a backside 360, just catching that heel side edge. Still got about half of his run left. So he's got plenty of time to go and increase those scores. Has to drop entry in. Goes to that backside, a 180 ollie. About 3, 2, 1. And that'll be time there for Warren Nolan's third and final run. So that'll go ahead and complete our quarterfinal heat number 1. Next up will be heat number 2. If you're following along, that's going to have Noah, David, and Winfield. So we'll be seeing all those guys coming up next here on the wave. So they're getting their practice runs in. like you. Hey, so just so you know, the third person underneath, we still want to do good for seating wise for going into the next round. David, you're first. All right, and if you're following us at home, you're going to know that this is not Noah Hughes. This is David Weeks. David coming to us from all the way from Palm Beach, Florida. Going with a nice little solid backside 360 going all the way across the wave, using every inch of that top start. David's got less than 5. And that'll be time for David Weeks on his first run. Looks like these guys are going to only have a 2-man heat, but still important for them to go and try to get the best scores because they want to try to go and get that seeding going into the next round. They want to have the best seeding possible so they can have the best chance of getting into the final. As Wingfield Austin starting us off here, goes with a nice little ollie into a frontside 360. Winfield going with a backside 180 ollie there. Winfield's got about 5 seconds left in his run. Looks like he was going to go for something, but he decided, nah, we're going to just keep it safe and keep it a clean run. All right, coming back in, David Weeks. We saw David and the family out at the Grove competition earlier this summer, too. Just coming unglued on that 360 there. Oh, go with that 360 frontside entry. Oh, going for the body burial across the wing. Super huge, like, moving there. Just can't quite connect, and that'll be the end of David's second run. He's got one more run to go and try to go and get those scores back up. So, got plenty of time to go and get that. And Winfield starting us off with a nice little nose tap ollie there. Go for the front side, shove it. Halfway through his run, let's see what Winfield's going to do now. Goes for that backside ollie. 5 seconds left in Winfield's run. He's going to pop that board up into his hand, put that fast plant down right at the end of time. Solid second run there for Winfield. Again, consistency, smooth, flawless runs are going to be the name of the game as David goes in for his third and final run. Looks like heat three of open floorboard. David, Bradley Weeks, and Jackson Myers, you guys will be up next, so be ready as these guys are on their third and final runs. David Weeks showing all the style there, going all the way across the wave, right at the end of time, finishing off right on the offside. And last up, Winfield Austin starting off with a nice little ollie there. Winfield, no stranger to the flowboard game, as he's been basically every stop for the last couple years. Goes with that nice little ollie into a front side 360. Goes with a front side 180 shove in. 10 seconds left in your run, Winfield. 5, 4, and that's time. Solid riding there from our open heat number 2. Number 3. And Jackson Myers, you guys are up next. Go ahead, get yourselves practice runs. And we will be right into our snowboarding competition here at FlowRider, Utah. Bradley, in the black. In the black. Again, we'd like to welcome everybody on in who's on the FlowRider YouTube page watching us here. We got some practice runs going for our heat number 3 in our open flowboard division, our biggest division of the day, as we're going through the quarterfinals, then straight into our semifinals, finishing off with our finals to end up our day here on day 1 of stop number 2 here at FlowRider, Utah in Ogden. All right, we are up and ready to go here in our heat number 3, third quarterfinal. David White starting us off, going all the way from one side to the other on top of this wave. Goes with a shove it grab. Starting off nice and sweet with this, going into a 360 shove it. Less than 5 to go. Goes for a shove it down in the flat and just can't quite connect. Still a solid first run there for David. Knows he's got some room for improvement. He'll be having 2 more runs to be able to go and get that done. As next up in the wave, we got Bradley Weeks. We saw Bradley earlier in the junior bodyboarding division. Bradley going out with a nice little ollie there at the top of the wave. Bradley going for another ollie there. Going all the way from one side to the other. These guys normally ride on a 2-jet FlowRider down at Palm Beach. Give it that extra jet, you got some extra room, and just messing up on that heel side carb right there. And that'll be time for Bradley Weeks on his first run. And last but not least, we got Jackson Myers. Jackson coming to us all the way from OBX in North Carolina. Starting us off with a shove it into a shove it fast plant combo. Little ghost shove. Goes with a nice little nose stall up into the top of the wave. Goes with a nice backside 180 shove it. Goes with his little fast plant combo there. 10 seconds left in his run. Goes with a 360 shove it. Less than 5. Goes with another fast plant combo finger flip to end it. And that'll be time for Jackson Myers. Keeping it nice and clean on his first run here in this third quarterfinal heat in the open flowboarding division. Back up to the top of the order. David starting us off with a nice clean 180 shove it. Oh, going with a nice little backslide rail slide there. Getting that back end of the board up on top rail. Goes with an interesting variation of that fast plant. Goes with another one. David's got 5 seconds left. Goes with a 540 shove it. Hits it solid right on the end of time. Goes for a 720 shove it at the end of the buzzer. We'll be looking forward to that in his next final run. All right, back up on the wave, we got Bradley Weeks. Bradley going with a nice little ollie. Give it a little bit of a nose tap there. Backside 360. Going with another nice little tap of the board on that ollie. Going all the way out to the top corner pocket. Nice little backside 362 and 1. That'll be a solid run there for Bradley Weeks. That was the best way to get a good score out here is keep it clean. Jackson Myers going to start off with a handstand entry. Just couldn't get his feet back on the board. So that's going to be a little rough start to his first run or second run here. Pops it back down, goes right into a shove it. Goes for the backside big spin. Just can't quite connect on that, too. He knows that this is probably going to be his throwaway run, and he says, I'm not even going to continue on that. So that's going to bring David back up for his third run. Goes with a nice swooping 360 all the way in. Backside 360 all the way out. Shove it across the front of the wing. Showing some nice control of that board here. Going with a nice front side rail slide. keeping it nice and controlled with about 5 seconds left on his run. Goes for a nice little shove it there. 2 and 1. Goes for that 540 shove it right at the buzzer. And that'll be time for David on his third run. As we're finishing this up, our last and final quarterfinal is going to be with Jet, Eli, and Zach Nolan. You guys will be up next as Bradley goes in. There we go. Got a nice little grab there on that ollie. Half of the front end of the board. About 10 seconds left, pulling another of those backside 360s. Less than 5. Bradley going for the shove. It had his feet on the board, but just could not quite keep the landing. Still a solid run there from Bradley Weeks. Jackson Myers, going finger flip entry onto that third and final run. Goes with a nice foot plant shove. Goes for the backside big spin. Nails that one. 360, shove it. Less than 10 to go. Goes with another shove it right at top of the wing. Another foot plant shove it with 2-1. He says, I'm good with that. And that'll be our third and final runs here in our quarterfinal heat number 3. Next up, we got Jet, Eli, and Zach. You guys can go ahead and get a practice run in for your quarterfinal. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good. All right. So, guys, just got done with that quarterfinal. How do you think it went for you?
I think it went pretty good. My second run wasn't good, but all the other runs, I think we did okay.
David?
I was a bit too ambitious at the end on most of them, but I'm happy. I'm stoked.
Bradley, how do you feel about that?
Good. I almost landed that shove it, so I was like,
I know. Well, we've seen you a lot of times on the tour here, and I know you don't normally use stand-up ramp, but you came in here. You go into the open floor division. You happy with how you did so far, though?
yeah, absolutely.
David, you're a local here, right?
Yeah.
So you've been riding here. Have you been practicing a lot with all the crew?
I come when I can. Life's busy, but I mean, it definitely helps having ridden a 3-jet wave before. But yeah, I have been riding like with stand-in crew and a couple others, which has been nice.
And Jackson, I know we saw you down in Florida.
Oh yeah.
How does this wave compare to the Florida wave? I know you can say it. One could be better than the other.
For me, my home wave is like thick water, so this to me it's really thin water, so I keep catching my edge. But I got used to it, so we can adapt.
Hey, I come from a 3-jet, and I would love to ride this thing. So this is my home right here. But I appreciate you guys coming on over. We'll see you guys later. And now we're going to be going back into practice here on heat number 4. All right, and we are up and running on our quarterfinal heat number 4. Jet going with a nice little backside 360 going from all the way on the top of the wave. Nice alley-oop 360. Backside 180 ollie. Goes for a nice 180 shove it. Less than 5 to go. Let's see what Jet's got going. Another backside 180 just coming unglued. And that'll be the end of Jet's first run. And coming up next, Eli. We just saw his brother ride, so now it's time for Eli. Eli again coming to us all the way from West Palm Beach, Florida. Oh, it's a nice, smooth carbs going with a little ollie right across the way. Using up every inch of real estate over off this 3-jet FlowRider. Nice little backside 720 there. Going into a front side 360 with about 5 seconds left in his run. Nice little backside carb there, finishing up his run. Solid first run there for Eli. And finishing us off, Zach Nolan. Starting off with a nice little ollie there. And Zach Tiller coming to us from all the way over in OKC. We're going to be holding our national championships of the U.S. Flow Tour. Zach doing a nice little 180 shove it. Goes into a nice little fast plant combo. Less than 5 to go in Zach's first run. Nice little ollie there to finish it off, and that'll be time for Zach Nolan on his first run. These guys keeping it nice and clean here up on there. You're not up yet. Eli. Eli. Hi, sister. I know, right? All right, Jet coming on in. Starting us off with a nice little 360 combo there. For a little ollie, got a little bit high on that board, a little ghost ride the whip. Goes with a nice little 180 shove it. Nice little backside 180 ollie. Another nice 180 shove right at the end of time, and that'll be a solid, clean run there for Jet. He's stoked about that. All right, now it's Eli's turn to go. Eli starting us off with a nice little 1080 combo, getting nice full extension on those 360s. So some nice control, using all the way to the top of the wave, getting a nice little ollie going across the whole middle jet. Less than 10 seconds to go in his second run. Eli starting us down in the flats, goes for the fast plant, just can't quite catch it into his hand. He's still gonna go and flip into that thing, into his knees. Ow. My knees, they hurt. They ache by watching that. Oh, right? Oh. All right, last up, Zach Nolan. Starting us out on that right side, going right to it as ollie. Goes for a little backside 180 ollie. Combos it up into a backside 360. Zach's got about 10 seconds left in this run. Goes for the 180 shove. Into a fast plant. 2-1, and that'll be time for Zach Nolan on his second run. Solid first 2 runs there for Zach. Third and final run times, our last runs in these quarterfinals. After this, we'll be going into our semifinal heat number 1. We will be getting those jerseys and the setups later in right after this one's done. as Jet goes huge on that ollie. Just quite couldn't connect. Gets a little help from Zach to pop on back onto the board. Got about 5 seconds left. Let's see how he's going to end his run. Another nice 1-8 shove it to finish it off. All right, third and final run time. Eli starting us off in the switch stance. Goes from regular to goofy, regular back again. Normally a goofy footed rider. Body burials back to his normal stance. Just cannot quite connect that body burial. Finger flips it in, and he's just looking to have a good time now. With about 10 seconds left in his third run. Goes for a huge S-drop, sticks it. A lot of extension on that one. Goes for the finger flip. Just can't quite connect it on time. And that'll be the end of Eli's third and final run. And finishing us off in this quarterfinal, heat number 4, Zach Nolan. Going with a nice little backside 360. Goes with a 360 shove it. Sticks that one nice and clean. Going a nice little heel side carve there. Pops it back onto the right side of the wave. Backside 360, goes for the combo into a shove it, just cannot quite connect as time expires. So that'll be the end of our heat number 4 here in the quarterfinal. Semi-final assignments coming up soon. So we'll be coming back to you soon here to get those heat assignments. Like we do have our heat assignment for heat number 1. Heat number 1, Winfield, Michael, Warren, and David Weeks. You guys will be up in heat number 1. Gray? The gray one. Yep. Again, guys, if you are watching the stream here at our stop number 2 on the 2023 U.S. Flow Tour, make sure you're getting that Slack app downloaded so you can pay attention to all the heats. You can look at the schedule, stay on task with everybody here, especially since we are going to be finishing up with this open flowboard division. Tomorrow, we will be starting off right away, bright and early, I believe at 10 a.m. with our day 2. And that's going to be our Masters bodyboarders. Our Masters bodyboarders are going to be starting off our day tomorrow. So get that Stacked app downloaded so you can go and stay tuned with all the live stream going on here. And we thank you guys for going and watching us here on the FlowRider YouTube channel. Special thank you to TK for getting the stream going and live for everybody here. Special shout out to everybody here at the FlowRider in Ogden, Utah. Appreciate everybody there. Special shout out to FlowRider Shop, Super Duper Surf, some of our tour sponsors here for the 2023 U.S. Flow Tour season, where we'll be coming to you live. Next stop, stop number 3 in North Myrtle Beach. We'll be going there next, and then finishing off the U.S. Flow Tour portion of this year, going all the way down to Oklahoma City. Go visit that wave. It's going to be a great time out of those. If you haven't noticed already, we already did go and schedule our World Championships for flow riding. They're going to be going down at Epic Waters again, down in Texas. It's going to be stoked to see everybody down there in Texas this year again. Hope to see a lot of our international riders go and make the trek out there. And it looks like we are ready to go here in our quarterfinals of our open flowboard division. All right, so we're going to be starting off our semifinal heat number 1, Winfield, Austin. Winfield going in with that nice ollie to start off his ride. Goes with an ollie right into a front side 360. Winfield coming to us from Margaritaville in Hollywood, Florida. Another nice ollie into a front side 360. Trying to keep it nice and clean here on that first run as time expires. These guys are all no strangers to the flow riding game. They know they got to keep their clean runs, no falters, to get a nice smooth score as Michael pops on into the wave, coming to us all the way from Jay Peak, Vermont. Nice, solid front side 360 combos, comboing it up to 720. About 10 seconds left. Michael's going to go for his ollie game. Gets a little bit of air underneath the board. Pops it up, fast plant around the back. Goes and, oh, just catches the toe as he's going down and can't quite stick that fast plant. He knows he's going to have to clean that up to keep going with everybody here in this stacked open flowboard semifinal. Again, these guys' top 2 will advance to our flowboard final as Warren goes in with his ollie game. Starts it off with an ollie at the top and down at the flats. Goes with a nice little backside 180 ollie there. Halfway through his run. Shows some nice smooth carves going from one side of the wave all the way to the other. Warren gonna go and go for a fast plant, just can't quite stick it. Flips it up and sticks the board back on the way back. It's an interesting way to go and maneuver that trick. Probably gonna have a little bit of a notch on his score there just because the board did get totally dislodged from his hands. But was able to keep it on the wave. As we got David Weeks. David going with a nice little backside 360 up on the top of the wave. Oh, just coming unglued on that toe side edge. Still got about 10 seconds left in his run. David goes for that acid drop entry, just cannot quite connect with the board. And that'll be time on David Weeks' first run. We are back up to the top of the order. Winfield, Austin, coming in for run number 2. Goes with a little love tap on the front end of that board. Winfield gonna go with a nice ollie right into a 360. Winfield goes to a front side 180 shove it. Keeping those feet on the board. He's going to readjust with about 5 seconds left in his run 2 and 1. He says, I'm good with that. Next up, Michael Fitzpatrick. Nice little solid front side 360. Goes with a nice heel side carve into another front side 360. Going all the way to the top of the wave, all the way down to the bottom of the wave with a body burial. Throws it into his switch stance. He's going to revert it back around to his normal side. Trying to get that board under control. He's got about 5 seconds left on his run. Looks like he's going to stick it out all the way to the end of his run. Throws that 360 shove it after the buzzer. That'll be time for Michael's second run. Next up, we got Warren Nolan. Nice little ollie into a backside 360 right into another ollie. Comboing it up, trying to show the judges he's got a lot of different variations, going with a nice backside 180 ollie. Or going all the way to the other side of the wave, carving it back down in the flats. 3, 2, and 1. Going with another ollie right at the end, right on the edge of time. Keeping a nice, solid, clean run there for him. All right, last up in our second run here in our open flow boarding division, David Weeks goes with a nice smooth. Oh, it goes with a frontside 180 back into his other side, normal side. Going with a nice little tail slap right up on the top part of the wave. Less than 10 to go in David's second run. Goes with a nice little backside 360. 3, 2, 1. That'll be time for David Weeks on his second run. Keeping it nice and clean there. All right, we are on to run number 3. Last and final runs here for our semifinals in the open flow boarding division. Winfield going for a nice little nose tap on that ollie. Goes for a backside 180 ollie there. About halfway through his run, Winfield's going to come back up to the top of the wave, go with his fast plan variation, popping it down right onto his feet with 5 seconds left. Goes for another little ollie right at the end of the climber, and that'll be time for Winfield on his third final run. All right, back up, Michael Fitzpatrick. Goes with a nice little frontside 360, going all the way from the right to the left. Combos it up into another 720. Right about 10 seconds left, hits that nice little ollie. Less than 5. Oh, Michael just can't quite keep that heel side edge. And that'll be time for Michael on his third and final run. And now we do have our semifinal Heat 2. Jackson Myers, Zach Nolan, Chet Hill, and David White. You guys will be up in semifinal number 2. You guys be ready to go, as you'll be going up right after these guys are done. As Warren Nolan goes right into that ollie game. Starts it off with a nice backside 180 ollie. Back around into his goofy stance. Less than 10 to go. Gonna go a little front side 180. Sticks it around into a switch stance. 3, 2, 1. And that'll be time for Warren Nolan. Solid run there for Warren. Keeping it nice and clean. Showing the judges he's got control of that board. Going front side and backside on those ollies. And last but not least, in this semi-heat number one, we got David Weeks. David going to start us off with a nice little nose rev on that ollie. Goes with another 180, a little ollie right across the wake. Another ollie right above the top of the wave. Just cannot quite get that heel side edge. Getting us a little wet here at the front. With less than 5 to go, David's going to pop on in. And that'll be time for David Weeks' third final run. All right, yeah, so heat number 2 going to be coming up. We got Jackson Myers, Zach Nolan, Jet Hill, and David White. That's going to be our running order for our heat number 2. Getting those results from heat number 1 here shortly, so we'll know the first 2 competitors that are going to be advancing to our open flowboard final, the last competition of the day. Our largest field here for the first day of competition. We'll see if we get a larger field in maybe our outlaw flowboarding or maybe even our pro flowboarding. We don't know. There's going to be a lot of competitors still coming up for day number 2. Still haven't seen the likes of most of our pros. So definitely stay tuned to day number 2 because that's going to be the day where all the money's coming out from our outlaw division to our pro bodyboarders to our pro flowboarders. They're going to be the guys that are going to be going for the big cash prizes. I mean, we also get to see a lot of our Masters riders. You know, that's my favorite competition because, hey, I sort of am a Masters rider too. So, you know, got to show love for the old guys and women. Super stoked to see everybody out here. Appreciate you guys checking out the live stream. Hope you're having a good time out there. It's a beautiful Friday here in Ogden, Utah. Sun is shining, but we're indoors here at FlowRider, Utah. I would say. I don't think it'll matter. All right, looks like we are going to be ready to go here for our open flowboard semifinal heat number 2. Starting us off is going to be Jackson Myers. Jackson popping on into the wave from the left side. Goes with a nice little 180 shove it. Shove it down in the flats. Goes with a 360 shove it. Another little bit cleaner 360 shove it on that one, showing, hey, I can do that trick a little bit cleaner. Goes with a nice little heel side carve, packing it all the way out to the top of the wave. Goes with a backside ollie. Just cannot quite get there. And that'll be time for Jackson Myers on his first run. Zach, you'll be up next. Zach Nolan popping on in, goes right to his ollie game. Nice little backside 720 combo there. Goes with a nice 180 shove it. Goes right into a fast man combination there. Less than 5 to go. Let's see what Zach's gonna go and do. Goes with a 360 shove it. Keeps himself on the board. And that'll be the end of time there for Zach Nolan on his first run. And these judges are going to be looking for some falter-free runs. Definitely want to keep the scorecard really high and falter-free. As Jet Hill comes on in for his first run. Goes right for a 180 shove it right off the bat. Showing that he can go for some of these difficult tricks right away. A nice little 360 across the wave. Oh, going for another shove it. Just quite couldn't get the board around. Still got less than 10 to go. Jet's going to pop on in. Go for another shove it right as the time expires, and that'll be Jet's first run. And now to the end of the wave. We got David White starting us off with a huge little rail slide. Showing some nice styly waves up there. Going right into a back heel carve. Going right into a 180 shove it. Going to a 180 shove it in the flats. Right into a 360 shove it. David's got about 5 seconds left. See how he wants to finish out his first run. Goes into a nice 360 shove it in the flats right at the end of time. That'll be a solid starting wave there for David on his first run. Back up to the top of the wave, Jackson Myers finger flip entry onto that board. Gonna start us off with a nice 180 shove it in the flats. Goes for a foot plant shove. There we go, goes for it again, trying to get it nice and clean. Goes for the backside big spin. Jackson's got about 5 seconds left, goes with a 360 shove it. 2, 1, hits that foot plant shove nice and clean right at the end of time. And that'll be the end of his run. Right, Zach Nolan popping in for his second run here. Goes right into that ollie. Goes for a nice little backside 180 ollie. Goes right into a 360 shove it. Just quite couldn't get that back foot right on top of the board. Goes into the 180 shove. Another 180 shove. About 5 seconds left to go. Goes into a nice 360 shove it. Just can't quite keep his feet on the board. So probably looking at a little bit of a deduction there. Still solid run there for Zach Nolan. All right, Jet Hill, one of our locals here from Ogden, Utah, starting us off with a little front side rail slide. Go with a nice backside 360 into a 180 shove it. Goes to the backside 180 ollie. About 10 seconds left. Jet goes with a 360 shove it. Gets a little squirrely, but stays on his board. Ends it off with a 180 shove it to finish off his run. Solid run there from Jet. Keeping it nice and clean. These guys are going to be throwing out all the stops here. They're looking to be one of the 2 people to advance to our open flowboard final. Back up on the wave, we got David. Nice little front side rail slide. Backside 360 going all the way across the wave. Backside heel carve. Keeping those nice controlled combos going in. Goes in with a nice little varial into a fast plant combination. Goes with a fast plant finger flip. Keeps it on the board right at the end of time. Showing some nice little combinations, variations of that fast plant. Lots of little things that you can do to make that move a little bit more stylish. And we are on to our 3rd and final runs here of this open flowboard semifinal. Heat number 2, Jackson Myers coming on back into the wave, starting us off right with a shove it into that foot plant shove. Going into a backside 180 shove it. Oh, goes for the fast plant, just can't quite keep his fingers on the board. Goes for the 360, just butt checking it out. Goes for the foot plant, 360 shove it. 2, 1, finger flips it out on that fast plant just to end his 3rd and final run. And that'll be time for Jackson Myers. Goes for the backflip on the board, just can't quite get it on the board. All right, 3rd and final run time for Zach Nolan. Zach goes into that ollie. Zach goes for that 360 shove it. Just a little bit of a hand plant. Oh, just getting tossed off the wave after that 360. Less than 10 to go. He knows he's going to have to throw all the stops out. Goes for the 540 shove it. Just can't quite get his feet on the board, and that'll be time for Zach Nolan. The last 2 competitors here in this open flowboard semifinal. Jet throwing that backside 360, going across the wave, goes into a nice 180 shove it. Nice, another 180 shove it. Oh, just coming off the edge of the wave. Less than 10 to go. Goes with a 360 shove it, lands it clean. And 1, goes for another 180 shove it right at the end of time. That'll be it for Jet on his 3rd and final run. And last up, David White. David popping on in for his 3rd and final run. He's going to come on in. 540, shove it. Nails it. Goes to the backside big spin. Stays up on the board. Goes to that fast land. Goes for the double finger flip. Just can't quite connect, and that'll be David's third and final run. So that'll conclude our semifinals here. One more heat to go. We will be having our lineup and our results here coming up for our open flowboard final here coming up soon. From stop number 2 here in Ogden, Utah. Again, guys, we are going to be just tallying up our scores here from the second heat of our semifinal. Looks like as of right now, if you're following along on the Stacked app, the two people that are advancing from our first two are going to be Winfield Austin and Warren Nolan. So those are our first two competitors that are be going on to our finals. Just waiting on those results from our second heat. So again, guys, we appreciate you checking out the FlowRider YouTube channel so you can join us here. We still got one more day to go. So we're only on day 1. We may be on our last heat, but we still got a full another day tomorrow. So we'll be here again at 10 a.m. So if you're following along on the Stacked app, keep that schedule open. Be ready to know that practice is going to probably be starting at 9 a.m. And we're going to be ready to go with our second day here at FlowRider Ogden here in Utah for stop number 2 on the U.S. Flow Tour. Again, guys, if you don't know, we got a couple more stops coming up. We got stop number 3, going to be heading to North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That's going to be our next stop here in a few weeks. And then we're going to be wrapping up our U.S. Flow Tour, going to be heading out to OKC. They're going to be heading our national championships for the U.S. Flow Tour this year. And then after all that, once we're all done with that part of the tour, we're going to be going into the World Championships. World Championships are going to be heading down to Epic Waters in Texas. Hope we're going to see a lot of you guys out there. It's going to be a blast. They're going to have a big Flowapalooza with a lot of things going down there. So we hope to see you guys out there. We're going to get back into this final here really soon. All right, it looks like we have tabulated our scores. So our final here is going to be consisting of these 4 riders in our open flowboard division. It is going to be Winfield, Austin, David, White,